Well, here we go. Another awesome night of racing ahead of us, coming to you from the Broadcasting Lounge. This is Doug, and I'm joined here tonight by Corey. How are we, mate?
I'm good, Douglas. I'm good. Yeah. We're already at round three. Would you believe it?
I know, new year, new us, new race cars, and we're already nearly a quarter of a way through this championship.
Yeah, and then it takes us to Spain for the first time. Some of these guys are getting a taste of this quite difficult circuit, especially in a car with no traction control. And it's going to make for a fairly good uh, first few laps, I reckon.
Yep, yeah, I agree. It's certainly going to be very tight out there amongst the guys, and as you can see there, the times just before they disappeared there briefly, a lot of the drivers only separated by the smallest of margins. So it's going to be quite interesting watching these guys coming off the coming off the start line, see who's going to be able to get the whole shot done effectively. I heard the boys talking about line lockers and setups and accelerator percentages and stuff like that, and people baffled that others can get certain higher amounts of revs down, and others are saying they've got to play it more conservatively. So these cars have certainly added a whole nother level of driver difficulty and excitement here for us to watch, and for the viewers at home to probably have some good giggles at when we see them do silly things.
Ooh. Sorry, I'm just testing out the safety truck and currently in the kitty litter.
Oh yes, there we go, Mr. Kitchen out there in the Allports safety truck, or the unsafety truck as we sometimes call them. So Corey's doing some double duties tonight. We've got Sean and I believe Aaron Goodrick doing some of our race control stuff, and Corey will be, well, if there is a safety car deployment, Corey will jump out there and gather up the field, and the rest of the boys will do their thing. And as we see Corey dumping all amounts of gravel there just off the racing line, and now laying down some sick rubber and bits and pieces. We've had a couple of fun events on the old Thursday night racing, Corey, with the safety trucks during the warm up in between the two heat races, haven't we?
We have, yeah. It's a little bit harder in the V8s. Just Sean is pretty busy organising race control, making sure everybody dots all their I's, crosses all their T's.
Yep. So even though I can't bring up the information on how the qualifying went just before, but we will see those people line up very shortly once this warm-up session is done. But I can confirm the return of young Rehan Liange, obviously multiple SuperCars NZ V8 champion, and also son and co-worker for our Race Week sponsor. And here they are mentioned tonight at Phoenix Driver Development. Those guys do a pretty good job of finding out the best way to put these cars the fastest way around the track, and proof is in the pudding. Once again, we've moved away from the Gen 2 and now into the new Gen 3 platform, but can confirm that Rehan came across the line in P1 for tonight, just ahead of Stefan McCartain, and then we had Roger Forbert there, Dion de Graaf, Trent Bennett, Matt Pluck joining us across from KSR. He's sitting there in 7th, and then Leo Duncan, Mike Gunstone, and Blake Dowdle making up our 10. So it's certainly going to be be tight there at the top. A lot of those guys good at doing the racing thing, and but also they're very competitive boys as well. So we'll be keeping a firm eye on turns 1, 2, and 3, and seeing how these guys manage to get away for tonight's race here at Navarro. You may be a bit more in the loop, Corey. What is the state of play for tonight's race? Do you know how many laps the boys are doing? Is it timed? Is it a heat race event?
That's a good question. I can tell you that it is a 31 lap race. They'll have to make 2 pit stops for 1 litre of fuel at each pit stop.
Oh, awesome stuff! And obviously, tyre choice is open. That they can pick and choose what they want to do.
Yeah, that's right. If you want to chuck some wet tyres on, I'm sure you can.
I don't believe we've got any wet racing due to kick off during this new V8 series, but it's not to say that these cars haven't been modelled to be able to go forward in that respect. So that's pretty cool. But while everyone's learning these new cars, Sean had graciously decided to keep things a little bit easier for the folks, and not by adding water to that element.
Yeah, get the hang of the car first, and then maybe chuck in the old water feature maybe next season. I don't know, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Maybe trial it on a Monday. And that is a glorious sight. Looking like, 27, maybe 28, possibly. Hugo Allen maybe starting from the pits.
Yeah, we've certainly got 28 cars lined up for tonight's race, and I find certainly very excited to see how this all unfolds.
Great start from Brady Stanley inside there.
Wow, look at this, it's nearly 5 wide back there, and here we go, we've got some couple of small dramas. It's like everyone's recovered okay.
Yeah, it was a sideways Misfits car. We've got a SuperCars car around. And he's backed out of the way. That's good work over that one.
But, up front, Roger Forberg getting a great start, getting it done, falling in behind him in the Simplex vehicle there is Dion de Graaf. Some of these, apologise folks, some of the pictures and bits and pieces are being a little bit out of sorts here. Try and get that to work again.
Yeah, Hugo Allen started from pit lane and is already up 14 spots.
Hugo, yep.
Or did he start off the back?
Off the back, P28, so who's managed to do that?
Would that be a good replay to look at his start?
And just, we've got data still coming up, so we've got Leon's had an issue, we've got Glenn Collinson's had an issue, so bit of mess there off the, certainly off the starter there, and we'll go back and have a bit of review on there. So Stefan McCartain sitting in 3rd spot. Rehan got very bogged down coming off the start. He just dropped 3 spots there to sit in 4th. Looks like Dane has opted to go for pit lane, getting an early stop done and dusted by the look of that. Matt Pluck from KSR, it's awesome to see the boys intermingling amongst the crews, and look at all that sand and dust kick up there from the sand, the new debris physics has been brought into the model. So now obviously live amounts of dirt and grass and mud and water all that can be picked up and thrown across the track, and it stays there and has a real physical effects on the car.
Yep, no, I didn't drag it back on, thankfully.
No, not this time. Mike Gunstone there in P6, Jamie Sobel just in behind him, and then a battle taking place between Blake Dowdle and Jono Gibson, 8th and 9th. Hugo Allen's just absolutely steamrolling ahead here at the minute. He's up 18 spots into P10. Let's have a bit of a look off the front of his car for a minute and see how he's doing some of his stuff.
Jono Gibson, Robbie Bradbury, sorry. Yeah, that is there, right in front. Pound away past him.
So in a space of three laps there, Hugo's managed to make up 19 spots from the field. So keep an eye on him as he closes in further on these pack.
Yeah, that's definitely a replay I want to see. The start of Hugo Allen, that first probably half a lap, probably 10 cars.
Here, all the changes taking place that he's going through, keeping his car stable through this very tricky track here. So quick wee short shifts of that just to keep things balanced. We're trying to keep full throttle moving forwards, but not allow the car to light up and lose traction, so using those gears like a traction control system.
Yeah, it's a short track there, as you just mentioned. 3.92 kilometres, 15 corners, and some of them are extremely tight. A lot of fun in the truck. In practice, a lot of corners that link up quite nicely.
Yeah, it's looking at this track, it's got a lot of corners that turn and cut back on itself pretty hard, like this one here. It's almost like the track's made more out of triangles and rectangles than your traditional sort of curves and S's. That'd be the way I'd describe it, at least.
Yeah, a disfigured hammerhead shark.
That's also a very respectable way of calling that one, yep.
Yeah, no disrespect to the hammerhead shark at all there.
There we go. So we've also had a couple other things happen here at the front. Dylan de Graaf's actually moved up into P1, and Rehan there has moved up into spot 2. Roger falling back into his qualifying position of P3. Matt Pluck still making a pretty good charge there to sit there in P4. So let's have a bit of a
had
look.
A safety car, I'm sorry, not safety car, I've had a race control message through there, Dougie.
Oh yeah?
Car 79, which is Rehan, was drive-through penalty for unavoidable contact.
Oh!
Unavoidable contact, sorry.
Okay, alright, so maybe he's been involved with something near the beginning. Let's have a bit of a look back at the start here with Rehan, and we'll maybe I ought to try and break down some of the things that happened.
Bogged down, didn't he? Roger got a great start. Likewise with Dion, he was talking his starts up in the chat earlier, and then we got a little touch on that Misfits car.
Yeah.
It's funny that Rehan's got the Phoenix Racing team bit of picture. Here we go, it's just updated itself. XDK having a bit of a funky there.
Yeah, didn't have an update this evening, so there's still a little bit of glitching still happening there in the background of that one.
I didn't see who it was on, but he's got Stefan McCart in front of him there, and he had dropped down He's down 5 spots still at the moment.
So there was a bit of a battle here with Rehan and Stefan. We could probably bring that one up. These guys getting pretty close to passing each other. So actually, no, this is a bit some more from the start, I think. Right, there we go. That explains that. So just coming from a bit too far back when the other car was probably committed to the racing line and the turn-in point, and there wasn't any. Didn't appear to be. At my first glance, didn't appear to be any overlap there before the corner. So I'm guessing that's possibly what race controls picked up as well. And has resulted in a drive-through penalty, unfortunately for young Rehan.
Yeah, so he's already served that too, so 26 seconds it took him to drive through the lane.
Ah, yep, very good. And this here is a bit of a look at the of Hugo Allen from the start here.
So he started right at the back. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's grid, so that's at least like nearly 12 cars.
7.
And just playing it smart here while looking at other people doing silly things.
That was half a dozen cars there, just 1 corner.
Yeah.
So professional driver too here. That's
Yeah.
work with LRP, who are free to us on Thursdays.
Yes. Oh, in my opinion, that there is some fantastic wheel work, and I hope he has a good night's racing.
Yeah, well, up 21 spots in 5.68 laps.
And
So he's on his 6th.
yeah, there he is there, and he's currently following Blake Dowdall around the track, who's also another real-life racing driver, racing in Formula Ford series.
Yeah, no stranger to having the professionals mixing it with the amateurs. And it happened a lot, like playing up some of those old SuperCars NZ videos the other day, and I went off for a little nostalgic look, and there's names in there: Nick Cummins, Kyle George, these Jamie Stovall actually was one that popped up in those earlier ones, and he's back on board with us this season as well.
Yes, yep, see that name, and I had remembered that from time gone by. So, and just another masterclass act there. Hugo doing his thing and running up another car. It is almost a bit watching some of the racing. Similar to a bit sort of Shane Van Gisbergen-esque, a bit sort of Darren Lobby, just chipping away at those cars, working out where they're weak and making nice, clean, what appears to be effortless pass. But I'm sure there's some part of him there that's got the old nails gritted into the steering wheel, or the teeth grinding a little bit. Hopefully not stressing too much. This is looking like good racing so far. Lap 7 of 31. Up the front, Dion is making a good effort of extending his lead over Roger Forbert now, just over to a couple of seconds, and Roger contending with Matt Pluck.
Matt Plucky, the leader of the KSR gang, been around for a long time. Sim racing?
Yeah, they've Monumental, I believe. Did they have their 20th year of anniversary just recently?
25th.
Wow, that's something incredible in that game. way back into probably the earliest days of competitive online racing, whether that was via console or early modellings of racing on the computer, but certainly a big achievement, and they've got a good following of racers alongside them, and we're proud to be working alongside them as part of the New Zealand Sim Racing collective, and also coming to you through from the collective's own YouTube channel, New Zealand Sim Racing TV. So we're all doing our bit to help aid one another and make the sport a bit more professional and give it the respect that it deserves. Put these awesome drivers that we see here tonight up onto the big stage, eh?
No, definitely right there. I'm just trying to look for some information. I know KSR are planning on having a bit of an evening down in Timaru.
I believe that's supposed to be taking place this weekend on the 10th or 11th, I think.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find some information. I'm really struggling at it right now. If you have a look, I can see what's going on here.
Yeah.
So it looks like Leon actually has the fastest lap of the race too. So he's done a 1:42.78.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, Hugo Allen's done a 42.68. Okay. And up into 6th spot too, Hugo. Up 22 spots now. A few cars coming down the lane too. So Stefan Adams, Hamish Clell, Andy Uden, Steve Bella all in the lane. Leon Ware is in the lane. I'm wondering if he's had an incident. He's way down in 26 too, so that's out of character for Leon. Looks like he's back out on track.
Yeah, actually now that you mentioned that, there was some data of some people crashing, which can certainly have a quick look back on to see who was affected during those. So if I cycle through them from the beginning, this is Leo Duncan.
So he's gone wide to avoid that sideways misfits vehicle.
Yeah, and then I believe there's a secondary moment there.
And a third.
Yeah. So there was all a bit of that. The Hamish Cleland here as well. It's a juiced entry vehicle just behind him. The smoke traps there. Just a bit of pinballing and people trying to do the right thing to avoid car contacts. But here is Leon Ware. After this moment, we also had a off-track moment as well, so I think this one roll on for a little bit. Oh, okay, yep. That's V8's doing Porsche things. Very
Scandinavian flag.
Yeah. That'll be his wee off-track moment that I saw pop up on the alert as well. So that's a bit gutting there for Leon actually, but he's done the right thing, and that was what was asked of the drivers recently from the race control debrief during, I think it was a warm-up or at the end of the race. So we've got mentioned that people's rejoins onto the track were quite disgusting, to play it frank, and that they needed to wait for all the other vehicles to move by before re-entering onto the track, onto the racing line, or otherwise merge from off the side of the track onto the non-racing line. So as the cars were still coming towards them, at that point there where Leon had stopped, he had to wait, and that's what he did.
Yeah, his brother Dion has come in the lane as well as Roger here as well.
Yeah.
Dion and Leon, they're related. And also Jordan Duffett, Hayden Kirk, KSR in the lane as well.
Yeah, there is. Just click on Hayden. There we go. Another KSR entry was sitting there in P12. See Dion, who was leading there before, coming out now. And just behind Stefan Adams there. New liveries on those cars. Quite like it actually. It's sort of a bit of a I wouldn't say it's like a retro flashback, but it's sort of, it's like a new development. It's like, hey, we're here, look at us in a slightly different manner. I don't know, it's good, it's clean.
Kind of reminds me of a Woody. You know, but wood, you know, it's just a colour thing for me, I think.
Yep. Yeah, right. I know what you're getting at there. Just trying to get sort of a close up look at the vehicles. Stefan moving off the racing line there, allowing Dion to go by.
Yeah, no, you don't want to get in the way, do you, Stefan?
Blake Dowdle.
Blake Dowdle in the way. Yep.
Yeah.
Leon's parked it, maybe. Yeah, he has. He's still in the lane.
Yeah, just sitting down there, maybe having a bit of a chew on his thumb after sort of the unfortunate start to the night there. Brady Standley there, coming in from what was probably about P15 before, slowly cycling their way through the vehicles. We've only got it's only the remaining top 6 cars currently that are yet to stop. And interestingly though, if I have a look here at Dion, the car next in behind him, 3 and a bit seconds behind Michael Gunstone, is effectively P2 at the moment. Obviously we've still got some fast people out there circulating, Matt Clark and Rian out there, Hugo Allen now currently sitting in P1 there, so he's been able to make his way past a few more cars, so it'll be quite interesting to see where he cycles into things. Man, I thought he was taking a dive for pit lane there, but not to be had. I mean, I would have been had. I would have been fooled completely.
The wool has been pulled well and truly over your eyes.
That's not the first time, and it certainly won't be the last.
Not too far away from halfway. I guess we call it 15 and a half laps would be halfway through this 31 lap race. So we're 13 laps in, 21 minutes and counting. And it looks like everyone almost drew for their first stop. So as you said, there's 5 now.
Yes.
Still to stop, so we've got another 2 in the lane. Robbie Bradbury and Dane Northworth down the lane as well.
Now this is actually going to be Dane's second stop, because he pitted on the opening lap. I don't know if that was to partially clear some damage, or whether it was a bit of a strategy to try and get out of the way of some further kerfuffles and stuff like that. But this is his second stop. He's just dropped down to the floor now. Just under 16 seconds that one, so obviously not taking as much fuel at the beginning there, having a little bit more on board now. So he's going to pop out probably about P19. We can stay in front of Adrian Zell here. Drag race down to the corner. No, so he's going to drop into P20, but like I said, so he's done both of his. Now he's just got to sit back, keep it clean and tidy, and circulate those laps and see where he can finish up. I've got high hopes. I reckon Dane might finish pretty close to top 10 finish tonight.
Top 3, eh? Let's see if Rehan decides to come in as well. Looks like he's carrying on.
Yeah, Rehan probably been out of sync, obviously having had that drive-through penalty. That's certainly not going to be helping his case much at all tonight. Jono Gibson circulating on by for another lap, but here's the boys. Hugo Allen coming out. Dion de Graaf has gone by him.
His gun is there in the background.
Yep. And Blake Dowdle has come out behind Michael Gunstone, as has Roger Forbert. Matt Pluck must have been penalised, sitting there for 45 seconds now. He's got to take about another 10 seconds worth of change, so there he goes, 50 seconds on the dot for Matt Pluck. So probably got a bit of a either speeding on pit lane entry or an unsafe entry there, which is pretty annoying for him. Let's see if we can actually pick up what Plucky's entrance to. No, it's not going to let me do it on that one.
Yeah, maybe came in a little bit hot. There's a long entry to the pit lane here too.
I'm not too sure what's happened there. Sorry, I'll get off that. So it's...
Yep, it's just a KSR car in pit lane.
Yeah. And yeah, SDK doing very odd things tonight. I've actually gone and lost all of my data now.
That is handy.
No.
Just going to look at some of the movers. So Steve Valla's up 10. Andy Uden up 8. Jono Gibson up 9. Brady Stanley, Hamish Cleland, Hayden Kirk up 6. Hugo Allen still up 24, but he's up in the 4th spot. So at least a couple of those spots you'll get back. Rehan has to pit. Jono Gibson also, Dr. Death, needs to come down the lane.
Yep.
So even here is the effective leader of the race, Mr. de Graaf.
Just going to close my SDK temporarily, so I'm not too sure if it's going to keep the info on screen. Clean and tidy, clean and tidy. Data flowing back in, but obviously lost everything else previously.
Feeling a bit better now though, Doug?
No, we'll see. It's still obviously the things like we've got Dion on screen there, but it's not bringing up all his information. But at least now, hopefully, if I click on replay or something, it should bring up what it needs to bring up. We could have a quick chat about the points while we're sitting here, where things are at for the boys as we've come into round 3 tonight. There, Shane.
Yeah, Shane, eh?
Oh, sorry, Corey, mate.
All right. Yeah, well, Stefan McCartan leading the pack at the moment on 141 points, and Michael Gunstone on 107 in second. Toby Stent, I haven't seen him here tonight.
No,
104 points.
Toby's name, no.
Dane Norduth on 95. Simon Hederscheid on 95. Leo Duncan, Stefan Adams, Chris Sopicic, Daniel Nolan, and Russell Pepperell will round out your top 10.
Wow. So, interestingly, out of those names that I saw, it really only looks like Michael Gunstone going to be one who's going to capitalise the most from his current position and for where he is on the table, because Stefan's way down in P23.
Is he still circulating?
Yep.
Oh yeah, yes too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's there. Yes, and of course I've lost everyone's pit data, so I couldn't even tell you who's still left out of the bunch to take their second stop. Just as John
Gibson's for
just
his first.
for us now, yeah.
I can just rattle off to you the only people that have made 2 stops is Dane Aldrich and Trent Bennett.
Okay.
They have by Stephen McCartan. He's made 2 stops. But yeah, as you say, he's way down in 22nd. He's just gone around Adrian Zeal. Roger Corbett is in for a second.
Showing a quick replay moment here. Hugo making his pass on Dion. Dion not wanting to give that away too easy, and actually fighting it back quite nicely there. Managed to reclaim that position for a brief moment before I think Hugo has sealed the deal through this corner here. Yeah, there you go, that'll be enough just to allow Hugo to have a half a step further ahead. It was a nice bit of battle for P1, so there you go, Hugo Allen leading Dion de Graaf just over a second gap there now. 5 seconds back to Michael Gunstone, who has Blake Dowdle in behind him. Rehan there sitting in 5th spot, but still due to do a second pit stop as well. Not too bad from sitting there. It's not looking too bad. Jamie Stobbold, who's sort of got most of the space around him, the Synergy Sim Racing Mustang, up 4 spots from where he started. Jono Gibson and Jordan Duffett there battling for P7. Jono just sneaking by him there currently. Simon Heddershire in P9 in the fully floored. Actually, quote me wrong, it says fully floored on the side, but fully served United Mustang with Brady Stanley in P10.
He'll be looking to back some points tonight. Simon Heddershire too, he's up here in the point.
Oh, very good. And,
he's currently in 4th.
That's Simon. Ah, very nice. No, well, that's yeah, that should give him a good bit of injection to the table. Just having a quick look back here, I've got some data on it from lap 17 of Hamish Cleland having a moment. Just grabbing a bit too much brake on the just off the ripple strip on the edge of the grass, and the balance of the vehicle, and that's caused that half rotation there.
Yeah, it's easy to do if you haven't got the brake balance right. They love to lock up. There's gunners in the lane. Be looking to get that second pit stop out of the way.
You'll be hoping for not much too more. Here we go, revs have come up. We're at 10 seconds now. Dropped at 10.85. That's pretty speedy pit stop as far as getting a little bit of fuel and a fresh set of tyres is concerned. So it comes out in P12, which will probably be 13. very fast entry into that turn 1 curb. Hamish Cleland out wide, and Michael Gunstone has actually been able to hold on to P12, or actually sort of moving himself back up into P12 after momentarily losing that position.
Safety car.
Are you trying to send subliminal messaging?
There is a safety car.
Really? Oh. You are the safety car.
I am. Looks like I got to pick up Hugo Allen.
Well, Hugo's just about to come across the start-finish line, so I don't see how you're gonna do that.
No, I'll have to wait for him to come back around again.
Actually, he's checked up a lot. You may be able to speed up and gather them. But for safety reasons, maybe you just carry on moseying on around.
Yeah, Sean's coming here, and I've got to pick up Hugo, Sean, don't I?
Yeah, at this stage it is Hugo. Yep, so I just jumped in to make sure you knew what was going on. We're probably going to destroy some people's races here, but that's what racing is. Yellows can come at any time, so here we go. We'll see how we work it out. But yep, at this stage Hugo is the leader, and yeah, we'll see how the field peters out. Some people have probably made their second stop, unsure.
There have been a few, for sure, and we were just wondering how Rehan was positioned for coming through for his second stop, on where he may finish tonight's race. He's certainly made quite a significant recovery back up through the field from drive-through penalty earlier with his wee tapperoonie there with McCartney.
Yes, I'm just moseying around the track very slowly, just waiting until I see Hugo's name behind me.
So, he's got 2 cars in front of him, just to let you know, and I've got to jump back down and have a chat with some others.
Good stuff. Thank you very much, Sean.
Those boys, have a good one.
We are. So Dion has opted to come into the pit lane. So Hugo Allen still leading the field and have a couple of cars just in front of him, which I believe, it's Shane White and Jason Cossey. So they could certainly make their way around to the to the end of the field, I suppose. But I'll let Sean dictate the wave rounds. So Corey's been just taken away to race control channel there. So we saw Jason Cossey disappear back to pit lane. Must have had a couple of dramas there, but here we go. We've got here's Corey in the safety car leading the field. Shane White, I think, just here, not opting to move too far away from the front of the pack there. just really taking it easy on the tyres. Be a funny one. We'll have to try and decipher that one at the end. We were looking at Hugo Allen, Rehan Liange there, Blake Dowdle, Jamie Stovall, John O'Gibson, Simon Heddershire, Brady Stanley. Andy Uden has moved up into quite a competitive spot as he peels off there now to go and grab his second pit stop for the night.
Yeah, I am back.
Hey!
And, I have some cars following me around.
You do have a few cars following you around.
Yeah, just sitting on a Hyundai. Just keeping it legal.
Very good. Yeah, well, I was just having a quick look at you there before. So, you're sitting on 102 actually, mate. So, I thought you were being a bit aggressive on the slowdown there, but I realised you do have to go around corners as well.
Yeah, it's I'm slowing down a little bit much for the cars going around the corners.
Yeah.
I'd say we should be going green this lap. I'm waiting to get that word in my ear.
Right. I was quite interested in the...
Yep.
You're up. So looking at, like Corey's been given the instruction to clear the field, which I imagine now will allow Hugo Allen to remain control lead of the pack. So he has to hold a consistent speed, not to accelerate or de-accelerate rapidly at all. And the green flag restart will be on him. So racing procedure shall allow cars to overlap one another after the exit of the final corner before the start finish line, not before. And Hugo can go at any time as well. Get a jump. Or green flag racing commences once past the start finish line. So you see the cars here going through the final turn here to come up to start finish line, and certainly has buried the hatchet now. Pulsing a bit of heat back into the tyre quickly before going through a fast section of racetrack.
And I'm back. I'm out of the truck.
Nice. Helmet's off, park left at the door.
You know, I had nothing on under my suit, so g'day.
Hey. You can borrow that beer coaster over there, mate. Cover yourself up.
That's what the sheepskin's for.
Nice clean restart by everyone. I was interested, and I wondered if you might have heard anything through the grapevine why Shane White was taking such a moment to move away from the field, and is only just now coming into pit lane. And he was also had Jason Cossey with him, and looked like when they got the instruction to move on by, he moved off track pretty quickly and decided to leave, and has not since returned. Any info around that by any chance?
No, absolutely no idea what was going on there.
Okay, alright. Yeah, I just wondered whether or not Shane might have thought that he was supposed to be where he was supposed to be and staying there.
No, I didn't quite get out of the pit lane before Hugo had gone by, so I had to wait around a lap.
Yeah.
And everybody coming in now quite a few cars, 5 cars, 6
Wow.
cars, 7,
That's
8. Busy.
Oh, and we've actually had a car go round in pit lane. Who's?
Oh, we have too.
I would say that was
Is that Rico?
Steve Vella.
Oh, right. Yeah, see the Hydra graphic to the side, and also Blake Dowdle round as well in a pretty tight spot. We go reversing, getting out of the way. Well done.
Here's Blake Dowdle. Do you have that data here? Oh. Yeah, so that's a bit of a... Oh. It's a sort of a double average one there. Blake had got it a bit wrong. Obviously high speed extra and departure from the track, and I think possibly his rejoin would be considered a bit average. It's then caused contact at corner apex. So
The guys in race control would not have missed that.
no, someone will probably have called that in if they felt unjustified. But Hugo Allen currently leading the field. Just in front of him, I believe, is still Shane White sitting down there in P23.
Looking there, Brady Stanley up 14, Hamish Cleland up 12, and another couple of big movers. Hugo Allen obviously up 27, starting from the rear of the field.
Yeah. Certainly a good effort, and Rehan now back into P2 after qualifying P1. Has had a bit of a funny night tonight. Drive-through pit lane penalty, and he's been able to take both of his stops for the race, and he's only 0.8 of a second off the rear of Hugo Allen there. So yeah, very cool to see. Jamie Stovald looking nice and healthy there. P3 up 7. Of course, mentioned Brady Stanley just before, up 14 spots, a fast lane esports entry vehicle there.
Yeah, just chipping away up into 4th spot. So had a fairly good race. I'd call it a good Tuesday out.
I would too. And that's Brady making his way into pit lane now for what will be his second stop of the night.
Rehan just in front of him too.
Oh, there we go. So Rehan was still set to take that extra stop. So it'll be interesting to see where he pops out now in terms of the others. Wasn't in there for too long at all. 4.3 seconds. And he's now in P11. He has Stephen McCartane just up from him by 4 seconds. Stephen McCartane is currently in P10 with Trent Bennett ahead of him there in P9. Those guys down 8 and 4 spots respectively. And did I not say earlier would be near the top 10, but has actually done probably a wee bit better than what I give him credit for. But Dane Northworth there currently sitting P8 as Passion Sim Racing Camaro. Well done, Dane.
Yeah, up 4 spots too, so he's put in a solid evening's work, get himself up into the top 10.
Yep, did a nice job to qualify there, obviously in P12, just outside the 10, and is now inside it. So always made a bit of an acknowledgement to any driver that finishes with inside the top 10 inside SuperCars NZ means you're doing a pretty darn good job. You've either been very consistent for the night with your racing and remained error-free, or you've been putting down some blistering lap times. So. A bit of a battle taking place there between Stefan and Trent. Hugo Allen through the pit lane for a drive-through, I believe.
No, that wasn't a drive-through.
Oh no, sorry, my apologies.
At least it was for incidents. But
He didn't stop.
yeah, it looks like a few drivers have had to make the trip down the lane for a drive-through.
Looks like Jono Gibson also part of that one too.
It was 15 incident points gets you a drive-through through the iRacing system.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, Shane White. And mate, what are you up to? He's had to take a trip down the lane tonight.
Wow. So hasn't this just changed things up completely? So Jamie Stobold, Synergy Sim Racing, P1 baby, currently.
Yeah, still to pit. So as I can see it, himself, Hamish Cleland, are yet to come down the lane for the second stop.
Okay.
So Gunners, it says that he's done 2 stops. So
Yep.
I'll have to assume that that's true.
Yeah.
So looking pretty good for him at the moment.
He'll he may have a bit of an idea, but or maybe he won't, and he'll see that other car disappear off from in front of him shortly.
Yeah, Hugo Allen down to 10th, so he's made both his stops. Stefan McCartan, he's been down the lane 3 times apparently, and he's sitting in the 7th, or just up to 6th now. He's got round Dane.
Here's that move, Stefan on Dane Nocturne.
A good recovery drive from Stefan McCartan.
Yeah, you're certainly not wrong.
We had him down 24th at one stage, I think.
Yeah. There's old Roger Forbert, so he should be feeling pretty good about himself too. He's at P4 currently, but as we said, there's still possibly a couple that needed to stop, so he could finish.
Oh, Trent's given up.
Oh,
There we go, race leader in the lane. Hamish Cleland also down the lane. SDK's got Trent Bennett leading the race at the moment.
Okay, yeah, no, not for me. Trent not actually showing there at all, so.
You know, I seen him go sideways, and then maybe equipment failure of some sort. Brady Stanley's just called in something to race control, so they're now having a look at an incident.
Okay, yeah, interesting. Got lap 28, Robbie Bradbury passing Brady Stanley. So maybe something here. Let's roll for a little bit.
He was already around there, so maybe something with the car in front of him. On
Okay.
lap 29, here we go. Lap 29.
Off
So 2 more
31.
laps to go.
Yeah, just over 50 minutes of race time has gone by. It probably would have been a little bit shorter than that if the safety car hadn't come out, but it did.
It did. And Dr. Death, Johnny Gibson, has been served a drive-through for avoidable contact.
Michael Gunstone over Roger Forbert over Matt Blake, currently top three.
Yeah, what a drive from Gunners. He's only got a few laps to go.
Yeah, there's Jono, and he cruises all the way through.
So near on a 2-second gap there back to Roger Forbert for Michael Gunstone, and near on the same distance back from Roger Forbert back to Matthew Pluck. So it's your top three currently. We've got this lap and one more to go.
Yeah. There's Stefan and Rehan still right there in the mix. P4 and 5 for these boys.
Oh, yeah, it's just trickling away. Round 3 almost done. And it happens so fast. I almost can't keep up with it sometimes.
No, that's right. Bit of flicking
And
and changing.
off to Japan. We are on Thursday, Douglas, for the GTE, the Menon Racing Products GTE series.
Yeah, I believe
that
it's
should be good fun.
Suzuka, from what Macca was saying before was correct on where the official series run is taking place at the moment. He's done a few laps there himself. Not my favourite track.
No, and next Tuesday night we're off to England, Brands Hatch
Whoa.
Grand Prix.
Okay.
So I've had some information come through. Dion de Graaf, he reckons it's terrible.
Yep.
Leon Ware says that it's great.
That was great.
So we'll find out next week.
Mixed opinions are far at the opposite ends of the spectrum, indeed, aren't they?
Definitely, yeah, and also looking forward to Friday, where the Piston Cup 2.0 will be back with vengeance. Leon Ware will have some sort of spicy race for the old legacy FG and Holden Commodore.
Yep. Yeah. Very good. Cool race codes, those ones. Our original V8s on the iRacing platform.
And Sean has been running on Sunday nights, so Gen 2 don't go rusty.
Yeah.
You can get them out if you're into some downforce on a Sunday night.
Maybe that's why there's a few interesting moments being had here tonight. But congratulations, Michael Gunstone over Roger Forbert there. Stephen McCartane in P3 with Rehan Liage in P4.
What is it? Jamie run out of gas. What happened?
Rehan Liage there, P4. Dane North there, no doubt doing a great job. Well above where I thought he was going to be finishing. P5, mega drive. Jamie Stowell, yes, not too sure what happened to him, but he fell away there. But he ran wide, dropped to P6 in the end. Dion de Graaf finished in P7 with Matt Pluck running out our 8. Hamish Cleland 9th and Robbie Bradbury into P10. That was absolute epic.
Yeah, it's over just like that. 31 laps around here, didn't take long at 143, 142 a
Yep.
lap. And there goes a motor in one of those passion sim racing Camaros.
Yep. Wow, what an evening, and yeah, I mean, awesome for the boys to be coming along and giving it their best shot at what was probably a very tricky track here tonight, Navarro. But yeah, surviving 31 laps of intensiveness has gone down a treat. Michael Gunstone taking the cream of the crop, the gold trophy there. Beneath him tonight, Roger Forbert and then Stefan McCartain, Rehan Liange, Dane Northderf, Jamie Stovald, Deon de Graaf, Matt Pluck, Hamish Cleland and Robbie Bradbury makes up our 10. That was all brought to you tonight by Allports Motorsport. And check them out at allports.nz. They've got a whole range of goodies that you can get through them for sim racing and real life racing and bits and pieces and gear. Check out the Sparko gaming items. Certainly some cool bits and pieces, from gloves through to racing shoes specific for sim racing. So that's all really cool. Or you could go full hog and get yourself the suit and the seat and the Hans device, the racing seat from them, the helmet, and go and strap yourself down and immerse yourself into sim racing more than what the normal people probably care to do. So that has been round 3 of the new Gen 3 V8s here with the SuperCars NZ crew. Massive thanks to Allports, obviously, and Phoenix Driver Development for their week sponsorship. Thank you to iRacing for the platform that we are racing on here. If you're interested in getting involved, hit us up at our SuperCars NZ community page on Facebook. Thanks to Napa for looking after the Broadcasting Lounge, their sponsorship. Certainly aiming for that big 500 so we can do that big giveaway to one of our lucky subscribees and viewers at home alike. So
395 currently.
Yep.
Right.
So
Give
jump.
me 105 more.
Yeah. So jump on the old YouTube and share your details around. So it's not going to be the fifth 100 person. We'll do a draw from that, and we'll work out a way to be able to include all our subscribers on that one. So it's all fair. And yeah, big prize giveaway will be happening from Napa Auto Parts out of Sydenham here in Christchurch. So, Corey, thank you very much, mate, for joining me here in the Broadcasting Lounge. It's been a pleasure. I'm absolutely shattered, and I've still got another few days of work to go at the end of this week. It's going to be a big week of over 60 hours for me. No rest for the wicked over Christmas and New Year's, mate.
No, somebody's got to keep those people pegged down.
That's it, indeed. But yeah, as Corey said, join us on Thursday night for the Men in Racing Products GTE Racing Series there as we head to Suzuka, and then next week on Tuesday night back to you with Gen 3 Div 2 Series at Brands Hatch. It's been a pleasure, and this is us saying goodnight.